a river, and he used to go there to drink. One day, the monster felt very thirsty, and he wanted to drink some water in the river. But he knew that the crocodile were staying and waiting to eat him in the river. So monster thought very hard how to get there. But don't worry, because the monster was very clever. So he got a great idea. He said out loud, well, I'll put my leg in the river and find out whether the water is warm or not. But of course, the monster didn't do what he said. He didn't fall. And the monster took a good stick and put one end in the river. And what happened after that? Ha! The crocodile grabbed it and put it underwater. Saying that, the monster laughed very loudly and said, ha ha ha! Stupid crocodile! Can you see the difference between a leg and wood stick? And then the monster ran to another side of the river and drank some water. And following day, the monster was very hungry. So he wanted to eat some grass on the fields in the other side of the river. So means he had to cross the dangerous river, which was full of the crocodiles. So the monster thought very hard how to get there. But we knew that the monster was clever. So he had another smart idea. Then he said loudly, crocodiles, come up! And then the crocodile rose from the river and said, hi monster, do you want to be our lunch? We're very hungry. And the monster smiled and said, oh, I'm so sorry, crocodiles. That's good. I want you to bring an invitation from the king that you are all invited to the party. And the king ordered me to count all of them. So the king knew how to prepare meals for all of them. Hearing that, all the crocodiles felt happy and excited. Really? So tell us what to do. Then the crocodiles, the monster said, you have to line up from this river to another side of the river. And then, not long after that, the crocodiles called on his friends to line up the river. And then the monster started to counting on the back of the crocodile. So the monster said 1, 2, 3, 4 until he arrived on the field. But before he went lastly, the monster said, alright, it is enough. I have counted all of you. And then he ran quickly and left for all crocodiles. And all the crocodiles realized that they had been lied by the monster. And lastly they said, thank you, monster.
Okay, good job. Renee, how many times did you read the story?
I think for until 5 times.
5 times, okay. What was the main purpose of the writer to write the story?
To educate and give lesson from the child, and then give more lessons because the monster was very intelligent and thinking quick.
What did you learn from the story?
I learned to more intelligence and don't be a fool like the crocodile.
Okay, who was the main character?
The character is the monster.
What kind of animal was he? About the characters. what kind of animal was the mouse deer? Azim,
He's very clever and intelligent to rely on the crocodile.
okay. The next one. Okay. What did he feel one day?
One day, he felt very thirsty and he wanted to drink some water in the river, but he knew that the crocodile was staying in the sea.
Okay, what did it show you?
Okay,
This action of the mouse deer. Okay, he wanted to drink, but he knew that there were crocodiles in the river. So he made a trick. What did it show you? What can you learn from this case, from this incident? Yes, you were thirsty, but there was danger. So what did you learn? You can answer me in Indonesian if it is hard. Oh, okay. Safety first. Keamanan lebih dulu. So it is not because you were thirsty that you just go straight away. Okay. So the next one, I want to ask you about the crocodile. Okay. On this story, how many times did the mouse deer fool the crocodile? Twice. The first one.
The crocodile. The stick is
He thought that the stick was what?
is like
The mouse deer's leg. Okay. The second one. The second trick.
the mouse deer lied to the crocodile that the crocodile hunted to the bush.
Were invited by the king. Okay. So that was the one. Do you like the mouse deer?
Yes.
Okay. Can you, if you were the crocodile, the mouse deer fooled you once, right? The next one, you met the mouse deer again, and he told you some illogical thing. You were invited by the king. Would you trust the mouse deer? No. What would you do? You would? Okay, you didn't have. And what would you do to the mouse deer? You didn't trust him. And next?
Never hear.
You just ate it. You just ate the mouse deer. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Bening. You have made a very good preparation. So, pass for all questions. Semua pertanyaannya terjawab. You didn't have to do it. Do the structure, verbs, and noun, please. Aman?
Itu saja.